matter is, Gervonta Tank Davis is a big-time predator. He's a big-time predator who needs to hunt big-time game.
Is Jake Paul someone you'd want to take on at one point?
Yeah. Tell him, this is my call out. Jake Paul, what up? What up, Jake Paul?
I got somebody I want to call out after this fight.
You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Can you give a hint? You know what I mean?
Is it Lomachenko?
The issue is the Gervonta Tank. One of the big-time predators that has to hunt big-time animals is Davis. Jake Paul is someone you might want to challenge at some point, so tell them, hey, Jake Paul, what's up? Paul Jake, after this fight, you mentioned that you want to phone a certain person. Could you please tell me who that person is? Lenko tanked Gervonta following Jake Paul's contentious fight with Mike Tyson.
Interested observer on the Netflix event, Paul versus Tyson.
Why would he even want to fight him? And who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Is Jake Paul someone you'd want to take on at one point?
Yeah. Tell him, this is my call out. Jake Paul, what up? What up, Jake Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
is there a height limit in boxing?
You watched the Paul vs. Tyson event on Netflix with curiosity. Why would he want to fight him? Who told you to fight him? Is Jake Paul someone you'd want to face at some point? Tell him this is my call out. Paul Jake, I don't know what Gervonta needs, but I'll be down, so let's run it like I'll be really down. What up, Jake Paul? In response, Jake Paul, let's be clear, is there a height restriction in boxing? Paul retaliated on social media with scathing remarks, saying, come on, little tank, you know better. Floyd's little son was calling me out. After that low-budget press conference you had, I saw you act as though you had no idea who Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor were. Perhaps one day I will give you a chance to shine once more. Davis.
That there was going to be a lot of people on your platform watching this. That's what you promoted. That's what you wanted. And you failed not only people in America, all over the world that wanted to see this fight. Like, I'm going to bed now. It's like not even worth it. The women, I don't even know if they're on Fight right now because I don't even know where they're at. But this is ridiculous, Netflix. Y'all owe everybody a bunch of money. Not only the fighters, the subscribers.
People in America and around the world who wanted to see this fight thought, I'm going to bed now. It's not even worth it, but you failed to deliver on your promise that there would be a large number of people on your platform watching this.
I've been told y'all Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a prize fighter. I know a lot of you guys say, well, he doesn't fight for belts, he doesn't fight for legacy, he fights for money. He's a prize fighter, Jerry. And I'm going to assume a prize fighter is a guy who is solely making fights based off of cash reward. He'd rather fight a bum for $50 million than fight a guy who's experienced for $10 million. That is what a prize fighter would be. Actual definition, a professional boxer who competes in matches for money prizes. So let's take a look at it. Turki Al-Sheikh has declared he wants to make Tank versus Shakur. He says, my plan for Shakur is this fight. He's referring to Floyd Schofield, then William Zepeda, and then let's see if Tank wants to be in our show. Tank's not going to fight Shakur. He's not going to fight him in Saudi Arabia. So now that we've established Tank isn't a prize fighter, because if he was, his career resume would look a whole lot different, then we must ask, what is Tank's goal in boxing? I'll tell you right now, it's easy money. Tank is the type of guy, he'd rather fight, let's say, 4 Lamont Roaches for $20 million than fight 1 Shakur Stevenson for $80 million, which is fine, but I'm tired of people saying, oh, he's a prize fighter, that's why he's not taking these fights. He's not a prize fighter. The biggest money fights is Haney, Ryan, Teo, Shakur, and Loma. He's not even going to take half of those fights. So please, guys, all my Tank fans, all my guys who claim Tank is a prize fighter, that's why he's not fighting for the belts, please stop it. The guy's not a legacy.
I was informed that Gervonta Tank, although many of you may argue that Davis isn't a prize fighter, he is a prize fighter because he fights for money rather than a title or legacy. The real definition of a prize fighter is a professional boxer who competes in matches for monetary prizes, so let's take a look at it. Jerry and I are going to assume that a prize fighter is a man who only arranges fights for financial gain. He would rather fight a bum for $50 million than a man with experience for $10 million.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Alisic has stated that he intends to create Tank for Shakur. He says, "My plan for Shakur is this fight," referring to Floyd Sheffield and Williams AA, before saying, "Let's see if Tank wants to be in our show. Tank will not fight Shakur, nor will he fight him in Saudi Arabia." Not to prove that Tank isn't a prize fighter, because if he were, his resume would look very different. Then we need to know why Tank fights, and I'll tell you right away, it's easy money.
Paul is unequivocally the most successful fighter in history 4 years in. No one comes close. No one. You couldn't list one that comes close, including Brock Lesnar if you include his WWE career. 4 years in terms of what he's done in terms of box office, pay-per-view, impact, helping other boxers, because he had platform, he had awareness, and he's got the focus and discipline.
Jake, during a news conference, Paul's manager Nikisa Badarian stated that Gervonta needs Jake. Paul clarified that even if Davis is a talented fighter, he stands to benefit a lot from facing a well-known boxer like Paul. This assertion highlights the financial difference between conventional boxing battles and high-profile crossover contests.
How about Jake? What do you think of Jake?
Clown.
Yeah.
He's a clown.
Would you look at it as a joke if someone, if your team was like, "Yo, we want you to fight Jake Paul"? Would you be like, "Come on, man"?
I laugh at him. Like, you want me to fight him?
You think it'll ever come to the point where you're going to mix into, I mean, you're obviously doing the real shit, but will it ever mix into the point where the money's big enough?
Yeah,
for
would you ever do
to
a fight like that?
I feel as though in my career,
I mean, let's run it like I'm really, really depressed. I'm not sure if Devon needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, is there a height limit in boxing? His success extends beyond his on-ring exploits. He has developed into a talented promoter who creates possibilities for other fighters and expands the sport's audience. Even more established boxers recognize Paul's ability to generate...
I want an apology right now. I just posted this shit. I just said this earlier. And y'all was like, "Oh, he too small. He can't fight him. Oh, weight classes." Shut the fuck up. Literally, in the post-fight press conference, I didn't even know this shit happened. They asked Jake if he wanted to fight Tank, which is what I just fucking said. And it was like, Tank had posted that he would beat the brakes off of him, which I think he would do. And what's crazy is, if you watched it, Jake looked nervous answering that question. Because then he responded with some shit like, "Oh, isn't there a height requirement?" Like, bro, what? Let him fight. It'd be the biggest fight ever. Let him fight. Please let him. Oh my God. Please let these niggas fight each other. Because you know what's going to happen? Tank is going to pack this man up. It's going to be easy. It will. It will be an easy fight for Tank. I promise you that. He going to walk away with like, I don't know, like 30 million, maybe. And then he might retire. Who knows?